Hello, so welcome back. I'm back with the series Spiritual Lessons We Can Learn from Animals. And today's animal is by far one of the coolest I've ever come across, like ever. Today's video is going to be about nudibranches. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So fact number one, nudibranches can cut off parts of their bodies to survive. The real lesson in this for me is that when you are traumatized, especially from a young age, you develop these coping mechanisms, but often they're maladaptive, whether that be dissociation, self-harm, eating disorders, the list really goes on, but we develop these mechanisms to get through the pain. And as you get older, these ways become ingrained in us. They become habit, and you have to essentially cut those parts out of you. You have to remove the baggage. You have to change the way that you process things and the way that you react when things happen. And this doesn't mean to beat yourself up over your past mistakes or your past ways of dealing with things, because that's not the aim here. Your past self needs to be met with grace and love. I think another interesting point here for me is that parents who use corporal punishment as a means of disciplining their children, what they're really teaching that child is, when you make mistakes, when you make me upset, you are deserving of pain. That is a really loud message for a child to get. So of course you develop mechanisms like self-harm, inflicting pain upon yourself, eating disorders, inflicting this pain upon yourself and your body, because that's what was done to you as a child. But as we grow older, we learn that no, I'm deserving of more. I deserve better. And so you have to pick up new tools to navigate through life. You have to leave those ones behind and greet your future with open arms. Fact number two, nudibranches communicate with slime. Nudibranches leave a trail of slime behind them. This trail is a unique marker filled with chemicals that help them to communicate with other nudibranches. I think the main takeaway from me for this is that we need to dig deeper in our connections with the people in our lives or people that we're meeting. Because it's not just about what someone said or what someone did, but how do you feel after hanging out with these people? People, much like nudibranches, leave a metaphorical trail in our lives. Whether that is for good or for bad depends on many things. The timing, the personality, and really and truly it depends on what stage you're both at in your life and whether that is compatible with each other. Fun fact number three, some nudibranches are poisonous. However, some nudibranches aren't poisonous, but they pretend to be. What I really learned from this is that you really cannot judge someone based on what they look like from the outside, because everyone is dealing with struggles. Everyone has their hurdles, their mountains to climb. And that's why it's so important to just be as kind as you can, because you don't know who's at their breaking point. It could be just one little last thing that sets them off. So really and truly, it's just a matter of being mindful. And sometimes when people act out aggressively, it doesn't mean that they necessarily don't even like you. It could be a reflection of the mood that they're in. It could be projection because of insecurities that are brought up in your presence for whatever reason. And sometimes people aren't taught how to properly communicate, and we learn these ways of communication from the people closest in our lives at a young age. And sometimes when the people in our lives don't know themselves how to regulate their emotions, we then pick up on these maladaptive ways of processing how we feel. Fun fact number four, some nudibranches are solar powered. They eat corals, which are rich with algae, absorb the chloroplast of the algae, and then engage in photosynthesis to produce energy. Now from this, rather than a conclusion, I actually drew up a question. What is your light? What is it that's inside of you that keeps you going? Think about that and hold on to that. Because in the moments where you feel like giving up, in the moments where you feel like I've had enough, it's that's going to keep you going. So hold on to it, treasure it, whether it be a person, a place, or a thing. Don't let it go, because you deserve to have a light and to be able to share it with the world. Last fact, but not least, 5, nudibranches have unfortunately a pretty short lifespan. Some can live up to a year, others just a few weeks. I think what I draw from this is that we have this one life, this one precious life. Please do not waste it worrying about calories and your body size and stretch marks and who doesn't like you, because at the end of the day, you only have this one shot. Don't let societal expectations tell you how to live your life. Live your life for you. You are, at the end of the day, the only person that you spend every second with, inside and out, and no one knows you better than you know yourself. Although it can be hard, you have to live your life the way that makes you feel most alive.